Y'all, I got perfect lighting. I don't know what else to ask for. I'm trying to hide the mess with my head, so excuse that. Sorry if I'm talking a little bit quiet. I don't want my neighbors to hear me because I'm literally talking about them. I'm gonna be living here for a year and I don't want like problems with my neighbors, even though they already caused a problem, but like, let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Today I'm sitting in my apartment. I'm a little bit sick, so if I sound weird, that's why. I'm a little bit sick. And I'm filming a story time today. I wasn't gonna do a video about this whatsoever, but then I was telling the story to my friends, you know, and they were like, whoa, that's a good video. You have to make a video about this. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. So I'm sitting here, I'm making a video about my neighbors stealing from me. So yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, if you guys are new to my channel, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So the story starts about 2 weeks ago. I got an email on my phone, you know, I just got a little notification and it was an email about a sponsorship. As you guys know, I've done quite a few sponsorships here on my channel and I'm honestly so thankful and grateful for them because I don't make enough money on my channel alone. So sponsorships are a great help and they're just like fun, you know, especially when it's like a brand that you really like. And particularly this brand that contacted me, I was so excited to like do a sponsorship with. I already posted it, so you can go look on my Instagram if you want. So I got the email, you know, I was like going back and forth with the company and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope they give it to me because one, I'm trying to build my cologne collection, and two, like I love Ralph Lauren, like this is so cool. I want to work with more like men fashion and lifestyle brands, and I was like, this is totally in that direction and the pay is so good. I was like, God, please give me this, like I want this. So I think you get the point. I really wanted this sponsorship and I really prayed for it and I was like, God, please give me this sponsorship. And what do you know, I got it. I got an email. They even asked me if I wanted tracking updates and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool because like I'm a person that is constantly tracking my package. So they gave me a tracking number. They said it would take about a week, and then I'm just like waiting for the package, you know, I'm like waiting for my package and I'm so excited because one, I didn't even mention this, I've had this cologne before when I was younger. So I was like, oh, I already know what it smells like I'm so like excited to like put it in my bathroom and just add another cologne to my collection, you know, because they're not really cheap, let's be honest. So I was waiting for the package and then finally the day said it was out for delivery. So this was probably like 4 or 5 days ago, it was out for delivery. So on the day that I get this notification that my package is out for delivery, I am living my life, running my errands, doing what I have to do, you know? So on this day, I had an audition and I knew the package was coming. I didn't think anything of it. I've gotten hundreds of packages throughout my life, honestly. I've started ordering things online since I was so young. So this is nothing new to me. I've never had anything happen to a package. Like I'm living my life, I go out, I go to my audition. While I'm sitting in my audition, I get an email that says your package was delivered. And I'm like, yes, like I can go home and have something to look forward to at the door and just like open a present, you know? Like I really enjoy my packages. Like it's kind of like opening a present. Like it's so fun. Like I hope you guys feel me. Like let me know if you relate, you know? Like packages are fun. Like who doesn't love getting something in the mail, you know? It's like Santa, but like not Christmas. So I then come home. I literally pull up and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a package at the door. I go park in my spot, I come up to my apartment, and let me explain to you how my apartment is set up. So it's not a huge complex, but it is a building with like other apartments, you know? And I go up my stairs, and when you go up my stairs, there are 2 other apartments. So there's one to the left, one in the middle, and one on the right, and I'm in the middle. So I walk up my stairs, I look at my mat, I look at my door, there's no package there. I'm kind of just like, oh, that's kind of odd that it said it was delivered, like where else would it be, you know? So I'm kind of like, what's going on? So then I'm thinking, okay, maybe they put it in the mailbox because it is a small cologne. Like maybe they just somehow put it in there. So I take my mailbox key, I go down, and I open the mailbox and there's nothing in there. And I'm like, okay, this is just so weird because it's literally nowhere. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, this is kind of an important package, you know, like I have to do a sponsorship, I have to get paid, I have bills, I have rent, like, you know, like, I'm like, okay, where did this package go? It literally says delivered. I'm like, was it really delivered? I'm like checking my email, I'm like freaking out. Then I remember that when I moved into this apartment, which was only a month ago, I've literally only paid rent here 1 month. When I moved in, my apartment manager, building manager, whatever you want to call her, she's really nice, I actually really do like her. She told me that not to get packages sent to my door, but to get them sent to her apartment. I don't really think too deep into it. I'm just like, oh, okay. I do ask why, and she says that sometimes they leave packages outside of the gate and they don't bring them all the way in by the door. So I was like, oh, okay, but I don't get how your apartment would make a difference, because what's the difference? Like, we're both in the gate, so if they left it outside my gate or that gate, like, what's the difference? I didn't really understand it, but I was just like, oh, okay, for sure, I'll get my packages sent to your place. And I did get 2 packages sent there before this cologne package, and I also did get 1 package sent to my door, and it was there. So I was just like, for this one, it's fine, I'll just get it sent to my own door. I don't see why I'm getting them sent to my manager's like address. It's just, I don't know, I've never done that. I've always had my packages at my door or in a mailbox, you know? So I then decide, okay, maybe somehow the package went to my manager. I don't know how, because I did put my address, but maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe the mailman knows that packages have to go to her. So I didn't, you know, I knock over, and I'm like, hey, did you by chance get a package? Because it says it's delivered here and it's not at my door, so I don't really know where it's at. It's not in my mailbox. And she goes, oh no, I didn't see anything. I don't even think the truck came yet. I honestly have no idea. She's like, where did you get it sent? And I'm like, I actually got it sent to my apartment. 1, because it was a work thing and they already had my address saved. And I'm like, oh, well, do you think I should knock on the neighbors and ask them? She's like, yeah, I think you should ask the neighbors, because sometimes they grab packages and just put them away so no one takes them. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's weird, but if my package is at my door, like, why would you put it away from me? Like, it's just that I'm not really connecting the dots. I'm not really following. If the package is at my mat, like, why would you need to grab it? You know, like, who's gonna grab it? Like, no one would come up these stairs unless you live in this apartment. So my building manager and I finish off on that I should just come back to my apartment, knock on my neighbor's door and ask if they have it. And she says, like, I'm sure they have it, I'm sure you'll find it. So I come back, I walk up the stairs, I knock on my neighbor's door, and no one answers. They clearly hear me for like 3 minutes, and then their dog is barking. Like, even the dog knows someone's at the door, but no one's answering. So I'm just like, why aren't you answering? Like, you know someone's at the door, and I could hear like 3 people talking. So I'm just like, you guys are weird. So you know me, I kept on knocking. I'm literally just like, what the heck? So I knock harder, I knock more. So after knocking for probably 5 minutes, the door finally opens, and it opens barely. This kid that's probably 9th grade peeks his head out. He has like a headset on, like he's like playing some video games. He doesn't open his door all the way. He's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, did you by chance see a package? Like, my package said it was delivered, but it's not here. So I'm just kind of like wondering. I asked the manager. She said I should knock on your guys' door. Did you see the package? Because it does say delivered. I'm like holding up my phone. He's like, oh yeah, I saw it when I came home from school, but I don't know, did someone steal it? Is it not there? I'm like, no, it's not there. Do you see it there? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Well, I saw it though, so maybe my mom took it, I don't know, but I could ask. And I'm just like, yeah, can you ask? Like, what? Like, what are you saying maybe your mom took? Like, why would your mom take my package? Like, what? If you saw my package at my door, why would your, like, what are you saying? So I'm kind of just like, my mouth's open, like, what? Like, huh? Like, I'm so confused. Like, and now I'm even more upset because now I have confirmation that my package was actually at my door. So now I'm a little bit more flustered because I'm like, before it said delivered, but I didn't really know if it was delivered, you know? But now the kid's telling me it literally was there. So I'm like, okay, so someone went out of their way to grab the package, right? Because if it was there 1 hour ago, I forgot to say, this was all within 1 hour. I got the email about delivery at 3 and I came home at 4. So like in 1 hour, what happened? Like 1 hour? So the kid goes back inside. I stay outside of my apartment and I'm just kind of like, my mind's racing. I'm just like thinking of all these different scenarios of like where my package went. I'm thinking about how she told me I shouldn't get packages sent here. I'm thinking about this guy that I always see outside that gives me dirty looks, like he's like jealous or mad at me. And I'm just like, basically I'm just outside because in my mind I'm thinking, what's the point of going inside my apartment when I'm looking for a package and it's obviously not in there? So I'm standing just outside. I'm literally looking around the whole building. I'm like just thinking, you know, I'm literally just thinking. I'm upset. I'm like, okay, I've never had this happen before. What do? Do I email the company and tell them, hey, this is missing. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm embarrassed now. Like, I have to do this post in a few days. I'm just like so upset. So I'm standing outside just thinking, and all of a sudden I hear a mom screaming, effing stealing packages, like effing stealing packages. And I hear the mom hit a son, and then I hear a son crying, and I hear an argument. I heard the son say, sign the paper so I can leave already. And then the mom said, I'm not signing the papers because that's what you want, and I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm going to let the government take you. I literally heard the mom scream, stealing packages, like as if the son was stealing packages. And then she hit him, and the son was crying, and the dad was getting involved. And I was literally just standing outside like, what is going on? Like, did I literally just hear the words stealing packages? Right after the kid goes back inside, he probably had to tell his mom like, oh, this guy came and knocked about a package, and then they got into an argument about stealing packages. Do you believe in coincidences? Because I don't. So I basically got confirmation in that moment that the son that had just opened the door that told me, yeah, I saw your package there when I got home from school, he literally just confirmed that they stole my package. So I'm like, what the literal? I don't even know what to say. Like, I didn't even want to be involved, but I also was still involved because my package was stolen. So I don't know what to do. I'm like scared to go knock on the door and like tell them, hey, I just heard what you said. So I walk over back to my manager, and she's really nice. She's kind of like a motherly figure, you know, because I'm young and I'm probably the only person in this complex that is living alone at this age. Like, most of the people here are families and stuff, so they kind of just look at me like, oh, like you live alone and you're young. Like, they look at me weird, but that's a whole nother story. So I go back, I knock on the manager's door, and I'm like, hey, like, I knocked on the door like you said, this happened, and then I was standing outside and I heard this conversation. And she's like, okay, don't worry about it, go back home, I'm gonna call the mom right now, and I'll call you in a few minutes when I'm done talking to her, and I'll let you know what she says. So I'm like, okay, like, thanks, like, let me know what she says, please do, because I'm very curious to know what the mom has to say, because she just beat her kid over stealing a package. So let's see what she says. So I'm home for like 20 minutes, literally can't do anything, guys. I'm sitting on my couch just like, oh my gosh, like this was just stolen. This is how much it was worth. This is how much I was supposed to get paid. That money is literally gone. Like, why did this happen to me? I'm so upset, like literally like so upset. I've never had a package stolen in my life, and I just feel so like violated. Like, I literally feel robbed from, and it's just a terrible feeling. Like, I've been robbed from before, like when I was really young, something happened where I was robbed from, and that literally traumatized me forever. So now I'm just like, whoa, like I was just robbed from, like what the heck? Like, what? How does that happen? Probably 30 minutes later, my manager calls me and she's like, hey, so I spoke to the mom, and the mom said that she was actually just yelling at her son, and that just got brought up in the conversation, and she was telling him to never steal packages because it's very illegal and you can go to jail, but she is gonna look around for it, and in the future, if you do want her to take your packages and hide them for you, she can. But yeah, she didn't see your package, and you know, she says that her kids are a little bit crazy, so she's gonna look around to see if they maybe took it, but she hasn't seen it and she doesn't know where it is. And I'm just like, did that really just come out of your mouth? Did you really just say that? Like, and at this point, guys, I'm just like, you know what? My package is gone. My manager at this point, she really doesn't care, you know? Which I understand, it's my problem, you know? But like, basically that concluded in, hey, there's nothing I can really do for you. This is what she told me, and I'm just sending the message over to you. So yeah, you're not getting your package. She doesn't know where it's at, and what you heard was what you heard. So I'm just like, oh, okay, thanks. Can you just let me know if you hear anything else? And the phone call is done. My package is done. Gone, done. A homeboy next door has my cologne. He's wearing my cologne, $85 bottle of cologne. So Merry Christmas to my neighbor, I guess. I don't even know. Like, I hope they hear me, honestly. I genuinely hope they hear me, because you could hear everything that's in the building. So I get off the phone. I'm so upset. I literally just sit on my couch for like 2 hours. I don't know what to do. I'm like freaking out. I'm thinking, do I email the company and say, hey, the package never got here? Do I go buy the cologne? I'm like trying to call my mom. I'm like telling my mom's pissed. I'm like, Mom, what do? I don't know what to do. I was so excited for this sponsorship. Like, I'm just so upset. Like, what do I do? So I emailed the company and I'm like, hey, the package never got here, like blah, 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 blah. And then I wait for a response. They never email me back. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, they probably think that like I'm lying. It says it was delivered. They probably just think I want another cologne. This is so embarrassing. I'm always just like thinking the worst and I'm just like freaking out. I'm like, crap, I lost out on it. They probably don't want to work with me anymore. The weekend rolls around, it's like 3 days, and then they finally email me back. And actually no, I emailed them and I was like, oh my god, by the way, there was a miscommunication. I found the package. It was in my manager's office, which was a total lie. I went out and bought the cologne myself and did the promo for it because it was still like worth it to like buy it myself, if that makes sense. Everything's fine now. But I will basically never, ever, ever, ever get a package sent to my address or my door again because my neighbors will probably take it. Can you imagine if I actually would have ordered like clothes and spent like money and stuff like that? Just would have been so bad. So yeah, never getting a package sent here ever again. Don't even know how many times I can say that, but literally never. And if I do get a package here, I honestly probably won't even get it because homeboy next door will come home from school and jack it before I even get it. So don't send anything to my door because we know what's gonna happen. And from this whole experience, it's just like so disappointing to me that someone would take a package you don't even know what it is. Like, that's what blows my mind, is like, in my mind, honestly, the only people that should be stealing packages are homeless people. It's a box that you don't even know what's in it. So just imagine how desperate you have to be to take a brown box that you literally have no clue what's in it. Like, I literally have zero respect for anyone that steals packages. I don't even understand the logic behind that, and I wish I could just like tell the boy, like, just wait, I'm gonna update you guys because this isn't over. Like, my mom wants me to go knock on the door and talk to the mom. I haven't really grew the courage to do that yet, and it's just so sad because if a package was left in this stairway for 1 hour, it's so obvious that my neighbors took it and they don't have shame. Like, that's just so low and embarrassing. And I can't even believe my neighbors are that ghetto. Like, that's so disappointing, but oh well. Well, friends, that is it for my little story time of my neighbors stealing from me. I guess everything happens for a reason. Merry Christmas to that boy next door. He probably needed the cologne more than I do. I don't know. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Follow my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Peace out, and I will see you when I'm back. Stay hot.